I knew the tray in my hands was trembling, but I told myself it was just the steam from the rosemary bread. I told myself it wasn't dread, but when I stepped into the house, into the laughter, into the voices I thought were familiar, I realized something else was breaking, something much older than bread. The living room glowed with two bright chandeliers. Crystal glasses clinked. My brother Daniel stood at the center in a press suit, one hand in his pocket, the other slicing the air as he entertained. His friends, finance, men in glossy shoes, laughed on cue. Natalie, his wife, leaned at his side, flawless in satin. And then I heard it. Yeah, my sister thinks she's running a company. Really? It's just arts and crafts with receipts. A pretend. Businesswoman. My chest burned. He smirked and they all followed. Natalie tipped her head back and laughed too. The appetizers in my hands suddenly weighed 1,000 pounds. I froze at the doorway, half in shadow, listening as if my own life were being dissected. Daniel poured himself another drink. You know, Jasmine, she's stubborn. Always wanted to play CEO. She sets up little craft fairs, sells trinkets online. Cute, but come on, not a real career. One of his friends added, hey, at least it keeps her busy. More laughter. I wanted to scream, to drop the tray, to smash the glass platters on his marble floor, but the shame pinned me still. Natalie's laugh echoed, longest, and then a man cleared his throat, a voice I didn't know. Actually, he said slow, deliberate. That's not entirely true. All heads turned. Natalie's cheeks palled. It was her boss, the man she had only ever called Mr. Gray. My brother had been the golden child since we were kids. He won medals. I drew sketches. He joined the debate. Team. I strung beads into necklaces. At the dinner table, my parents clapped for his trophies while I held up ornaments I had made. That's nice, Jasmine, they'd say, before returning their gaze to Daniel's polished achievements. I learned early to create quietly, to build beauty out of scraps, to sow worth from threads no one else wanted. When Mom passed, she left us the house. Half to him, half to me. He sold his share to pay for law school. I stayed in mine, filling the rooms with fabric, clay, wood, crafting a business piece by piece, breath by breath. But to him it was still pretend. Mr. Gray places, glass down with a sharp click. I happened to recognize Jasmine's name. My wife bought from her online boutique. Your scarf, I believe, the hand-woven one, with the copper threading. Silence gripped the room. My heart kicked against my ribs. He continued. She wore it to a gallery opening in Paris. Half the women there asked for the designers. Contact. Jasmine, isn't it? You may not know this, Daniel, but people are talking. Natalie's smile collapsed. Daniel shifted, his drink trembling. That's surprising, he muttered. Finally, I stepped forward, the tray in my hands. Shook, but my voice did not. Yes, that was mine. Every I landed on me. And, for the record, I said, I don't play pretend. I built something from nothing, without investors, without shortcuts, without mocking anyone else along the way. The room was a hell breath. Daniel's jaw tightened. Jasmine, you're overreacting. No, I cut in louder now. I've been underestimated my entire life. By you, by everyone, but not anymore. The trace slipped from my hands. Plates shattered on the floor. Gasps rippled through the room like glass breaking. Again and again, Mr. Gray leaned forward. Miss Jasmine, if you're open to it, I'd like to discuss opportunities, partnerships, distribution. I believe your craft may be more than a hobby. My chest swelled. For once, the light wasn't on my brother's suit, but on my work on me. Daniel stared at me as though seeing a stranger. Natalie clutched his arm, suddenly small, suddenly fragile. I didn't smile. I didn't gloat. I simply breathed. For the first time, it felt like oxygen had found me. Later, outside in the cool night, I walked alone. The stars were faint but present. My hand still smelled of rosemary bread, though the tray was gone. Family doesn't always cheer for you. Sometimes family cuts you deepest, but legacy isn't handed down. It's built choice by choice, creation by creation. I realized I no longer needed Daniel's approval or Natalie's laughter to stop. I needed only my own voice, steady and unshaken. And so I whispered it to the night. I am not pretend. The word stayed with me, stronger than applause, stronger than betrayal, because in the end, the world may doubt. You, your own blood may betray you. But if you keep building, keep believing, keep rising, your work will speak louder than their laughter. And that is how you inherit